Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my June reading wrap up, which is extremely late, I'm aware. I have been very busy with doing some different things, some of which is related to my health, some of which is related to like my book stuff. So yeah, I've just been very busy, so I haven't had time. I was also house sitting, like I've just been all over the place. So I finally have had time to sit down and film the video. And when you see this, that meant I finally had time to also edit it, because that's also been a thing, is like, okay, I can film it, but now I don't have time to edit it, and like, what am I gonna get it edited? So yeah, I'm aware that this is extremely late, and I'm sorry that it took so long, but also, you know, life happens, and so again, sorry, but you're getting it rather, you know, later, but better than not getting it at all. So that is pretty much all I have for you guys today. I read 3 books in June, and wow. Yeah, it feels weird to say June. It's been July now for a while. um, I am happy with all 3 books I read. I enjoyed all of them. I really wish I could have read more, but I was in a bit of a reading slump in June, not because of any of the books I read. Well, I guess maybe it could have been because of them because they were really good, but like, I don't know. I just kind of got in a little bit of a reading slump. But I'm getting out of it now, so that is the good news. So yeah, only 3 books for June, but that's okay. Better than no books. And yeah, that's what I have for you guys today, so let's get into the video. Okay, so the first book that I read was Headstrong Like Us by Kristen Becker-Ritchie. So this is the 6th, 7th? I don't know. It's somewhere there in the middle of the Like Us series. It is Pharaoh and Maximov's last book, and I absolutely adored it. I love those 2 characters, like both separately but also together so much, and getting to watch them kind of go through those kind of, I don't want to say last big milestones, but like some of the pretty biggest milestones you go through in a relationship was really fun to see. And yeah, I just absolutely adore them and their books. Like I just love them so much. So I had a really good time with it. I think I rated it a 4.5 stars, and I definitely wish that I could keep reading them, even though they're kind of like at a point where like you could do more with it, but like I understand why we stop. But because of something that happens in the books, I do kind of hope that they pop up a lot in other people's books, because I need to know what's going on with them and their tag along, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. I don't want to do any spoilers, so I'm not going to say more than that. But I had a really good time with that book, and I can't wait to continue. I'm not gonna lie. The book I'm reading right now, which I'm pretty sure is Charming Like Us, I'm having a really hard time getting through. I know a lot of people really like that book, but I'm having a really hard time getting through it. And I'm like, no, I was doing so well with the series, and I don't know. I'm like really struggling with this one. So I don't know. We'll see. I should hopefully finish it this month. So it should be in next month's reading wrap up. We'll see what I rate it. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe it's just being a little slow here, but I'm struggling with it. I can't lie. I'm struggling. I low-key think it might be part of the reason I'm in a reading slump. Anyways, so that was the first book that I read. The second book that I read was Desired by You by Anna Lamore. So this book did come out in June, but I read it as an arc before it came out. I will never ever shut up about it. This series is so good. This is the 3rd book in the series. The first book in the series is the author's first book. So these are her first 3 books, and they are all so amazing. Like, I'm not just saying that to like say it, like it truly is. They were just so good. All 3 of them have made me feel so many emotions and have made me feel so connected to the character in the world, and also the author. Like, I just love her. She's so sweet. And yeah, I absolutely loved this book. I will say I think it's my least favorite out of the 3, but again, it was a 4.5. So really, it's not like it's bad. It's just out of the 3, I do think I would rate this one third, but it's a 4.5, y'all. 4.5. Read this book, please. I'm telling you. Well, no, don't read this book. Read all 3 books. I just can't even. I don't know what to say without spoiling. Like, it's so good. If you like, how to explain this? Sorry, now I'm coughing. I would say I don't want to spoil anything. You know what? Go check out my Goodreads review. That will be better. Because I like made sure I didn't spoil things in there. And my Goodreads is always linked in my description, so you can find it there. But seriously, y'all, you need to read these books. And if you don't like these covers because of like people on them, that's totally fine. There are discreet covers as well. You can get those. I have those on the way to me, specifically side editions. I am so excited. When I get those, I will be screaming it from the rooftops. You are all going to be so annoyed with me. But yeah, this series is the Always and Forever, or Forever and Always. I always forget which one goes first, but it's either Always and Forever or the Forever and Always series. And it, chef's kiss, so good. The fourth book is currently being written. I'm so excited. I know it's going to destroy me. I know it's gonna destroy me. Because she's already talked a little bit about it, and I know it's gonna just absolutely break me. But you know what? That's okay. Bring it on, NL. Bring it on, Miss Amore. I'm ready for it. But yeah, that was the second book that I read. Okay, so last but not least, the third book that I read was Rewind It Back by Liz Tomford, and this is the last book in the Windy City series. I have finished it. I cried. I did cry. Both at the book and mainly the fact that I had finished the series. This is one of my favorite series I've ever read. All of them are at least 4.5 or higher, except I think Mile High. I think Mile High was just a 4 stars. But it wasn't even that bad. It was just the guy that I really didn't like. But the book itself wasn't bad. But we have 2 5 stars. I think 4.5, and then this is 4.75. Y'all. Oh my god, these characters. I'm telling you, the emotional roller coaster that was going from this to this, my emotions were all over the place. It is a kind of like friends to lovers to strangers, back to friends to lovers kind of vibe. Their childhood like best friends. And reading this and like kind of the fact that there was just like, I hate the miscommunication trope, but also like it's never gonna stop me from reading a book and liking it because it is real. Like I do feel like it is something, communication is something that people really struggle with in real life, both in like friendships and romantic relationships. And so being able to see it in like an actual book format is annoying because like it's a book. You could have made them be able to communicate, but at the same time it's like, but it makes it more realistic. So as much as it annoyed me that they're basically, the whole reason they just weren't still together was because of a miscommunication in a sense, was really upsetting, but it's okay. Obviously they get together at the end. I mean, I won't really feel like that's a spoiler. I feel like everyone kind of knows that. But I highly recommend not only this book, but this entire series. I also just totally related to both characters, honestly, both the main characters at different times. And I love them so much. And Rio has been a shining little star throughout all of the books. You see him pop up here and there, and I just love him so much. And so I'm so happy to have finally read his book. And like I said, I rated this a 4.75 stars. I absolutely adored it. Yeah, it was such a good way to end off June. And like I said, this might have been partially why the reading slump happened. I think going from this book to this book, the emotions and the love I had for these characters and everything, just like my body was like, girl, nothing is comparing right now. Like I didn't have any draw to a book that I felt like was going to meet my expectations that I was having at the time. So I last then didn't read anything else for June, which is why I only read 3 books, which does mean that this is the end of the video. This is probably going to be one of the shortest videos that I have on my channel, which I guess might be nice for you guys. Don't have to spend too much time watching my videos, even though honestly sometimes I like longer YouTube videos, but it kind of just depends on my mood. So I don't know, maybe this will be good for other people. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I read Headstrong Like Us, Desired by You, and Rewind It Back in June. They were all really, really good reads. I highly recommend all of them. And yeah, I'm super excited for July's reading wrap up. I already have one of the books that I finished. I can't wait to just talk and talk and talk and talk about. I literally had so much fun with it. It was another arc. You guys know I love arcs. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope you all are having a wonderful day, week. I hope your guys' reading is also going well. I hope no one else is in a reading slump. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Okay guys, so now this is, I guess, part 2 of this video. I didn't know that I was going to become extremely busy during the month of July. I've been doing some stuff to make money. I don't have a job this summer, so I've been doing a lot of like selling stuff. Some of it's for like my parents, some of it's stuff I have. So I've been really busy with that. And then I have also just been in an extremely bad reading slump. I read 2 books this month. I would say I read one like kind of beginning and then one I just finished today. I know it's not great, but like we have bad months and it's okay. I think sometimes when I have so much free time, I'm like, well, what else can I do kind of mindset. Because like I kind of always have reading, so like what other things can I do that I don't normally have like time to do. Like I did some painting today, like stuff like that. So I haven't read as much as I would have liked, which has also not really allowed me to give you guys as much content as I would like. So I am sorry that it has been like a month maybe now since I posted a video. I've been more active on my other social media platforms, but I am trying to get back into the swing of it. I go back to school in a couple weeks, so I'll definitely be more into it then because I'll again have less options of things to do. But yeah, you just saw my June, which was supposed to just be one video, but because I didn't get it edited and posted in time, I'm just connecting it into with July. So I know it looks like a complete video, but this is now starting our July TBR. Our July reading wrap up, my goodness. And our August TBR probably will be out after, which is not normally the way I do it, but is how I'm doing it this time because I have not created a TBR yet. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to do it, so that will be coming out after this video, which, like I said, not only how I do things, but it is how it's going to work this month. So yeah, let's just get into the 2 books that I read in July. Okay, so the first book that I finished was an ARC. It was Dear Future Husband by, I think it's pronounced Taryn Christine. I could be wrong. I don't have the book in front of me because it hasn't arrived yet. But it is, I would say, brother's best friend with like the amnesia trope, some found family, a little bit of sports romance. I feel like there's a trope I'm missing, but you get the general gist of it. And I have like a whole review posted on my Instagram if you want to go check that out as well. So if you guys don't know, this author has actually been posting on TikTok and stuff like that for quite a while now on like the process of writing this book and how it's been an up and down roller coaster, which honestly I feel like is how a lot of authors' experiences are with writing a book. So I would definitely recommend checking her out. She's a really cool person. And the book was really, really good. So I would also recommend reading the book. So I rated it a 4.5 when I read it, but now that I've sat with it for almost a month, I do think I'm going to move it down to a 4.25, only because I think I was just so into it and the excitement of it in the moment. So I feel like the in the moment rating is a 4.5, but once you've read it and you've settled a bit, I would say it's more of a 4.25, if that makes sense. I really, like, I know it sounds like tedious, but I really enjoyed it. I mean, I had a fun time reading it. I liked the 2 characters. I liked the storyline. Amnesia tropes are very tricky. They're very easy to make people not like. So I also really liked that she took the risk because it's her first book. I thought it was done really well. I literally, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen it. I posted a picture of a reaction to like a really big part of the book that I like wasn't expecting to happen. So like boom, boom, boom. And it did. And I was like, what? And I had like tears in my eye. I thought it was funny. So I did cry a little bit at that book. I would search up trigger warnings. There are some triggering topics, especially revolving around like grief and things like that. So definitely check those out. But it is, I know it's on Amazon. I don't know if you can get it anywhere else, but I do know it's on Amazon. What else do I want to say about it? I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I had a fun time. It was really easy to read. I didn't really like get too bored with it. There was like a little section, but I feel like every book is gonna have a little section where it's just kind of like, yeah, you gotta move time along because like it can't just be an immediate like thing. I liked a lot of the side characters, and I'm really hoping that future books involve those side characters because I liked a lot of them and I can see some potential storylines. So yeah, I had a good time. I think it was really good. I would highly recommend checking it out. I don't have the physical copy with me, but it'll be somewhere on the screen for you. And yeah. Okay, and the last book that I read in July. Okay, we need to talk about this. So, this is The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. Now, I have been putting this off for a hot minute because I was like, I'm gonna bawl my eyes out. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be devastated. I can't do this. But everyone was up my ass in my comment section on TikTok and on Instagram and on here being like, you need to read it. You need to read it. So I did. Y'all, what was this? Okay. I don't want to say I hated it because that's not true. I didn't hate the book. I get the idea of the plot line, but I was extremely bored through about, I would say 35 to 40% of the book. I was very bored. It got better. It definitely did. Obviously, it is a very sad book in the sense that a lot of the book talks about, I don't think I should say that. I don't want to spoil it. There's just a topic that is talked about throughout the whole book that is very upsetting and hard to like deal with. Honestly, two topics, I guess. Just a lot of death. I'll just put it that way. Which, The Last Letter, I feel like kind of not a spoiler. But yeah, I don't know. I think I was just, it was really hard to get through. It kind of was what put me in my reading slump. I read Dear Future Husband, super happy, really excited it's my next book, and I started this. And this put me in a reading slump. I did, is it a fuzz or a bug flying around in my room? Okay, I think it might have been a fuzz because now I don't see it. I hope it's not a bug. I don't want to deal with a bug. Okay, anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, it put me in a reading slump. So I'm still working through the rest of the books I was in the middle of. So unfortunately, this was the only other book that I finished in July because I was just like, I need to get through this. I want to be done with it. And like I said, it did get better at the end. But I don't know. I don't even know what to rate it. Because again, the idea I like, okay, there has got to be a bug in here. Where is it? I keep seeing stuff out of the corner of my eye. Or am I going crazy? And like, I think it's like a gnat probably, but like, okay, well, I'm just losing it apparently. I don't know, maybe like a 4 star. No, that's generous. Maybe like a 3.5. I think I'm gonna go 3.5. If I change my mind, I'll edit it on the screen. But I just like, I don't know. I can't explain without spoiling things. If you want a real great, long, in-depth explanation on why I rated it, what I rated it, and what I would change, let me know. I can do that. And I'll like post it on Instagram or TikTok or something. Let's just say this book wouldn't be like, you know how people will do like the, oh, like read again, rewrite, and burn. I wouldn't burn this book. I wouldn't reread it though. I would definitely rewrite it. I think the characters, they had chemistry, but I feel like we could have had better chemistry. And I also feel like the whole, there was a bit of a lie, I'll just say that. And I feel like that whole thing just didn't even need to happen. The book would have been so fine without it. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with 3.5 on this one. I still think if you like the tropes in here and you like this kind of vibe of a book, to still try it because I know most people like it. I'm on the not normal quote-unquote end of the ratings of this book. I also just think that I have high expectations for Rebecca Yarros because of the Empyrean series, and that being literally my favorite fantasy romantasy series that I've ever read. So that might be my own fault. But yeah, I'm rating this one a 3.5. Okay guys, so that was my video for today. Officially the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed both reading wrap-ups, June and July. I will hopefully be back in the swing of it. Okay, sorry, apparently I have to burp. I have an idea of kind of how to get me out of my reading slump because now I've finished that book, and I think I'm gonna try to read like a fantasy or a romantasy book to kind of change things up because I've been reading a lot of romance and not a lot of romantasy, which is fine. That's just been the mood of the summertime, which I feel like is fair. I like to read romantasy like in the fall and winter. But I think to try to like change things up, that's what I'm gonna do. So we'll see if that works. I also have a couple books, I'm looking around because I'm looking at them, that I got from like book boxes and stuff that also are intriguing to me that I don't really know much about. So I might try that as well. So yeah, I'm gonna really try hard to get myself out of this reading slump. I'm gonna try really hard to get you guys more content because I enjoy making it. I've missed making it. I just literally have been so busy. And then when I'm not busy, I'm exhausted out of my mind. And I've been dealing with some health stuff this summer, so like that's also been taking up a lot of time. I'm not gonna get into it just because that could just be a whole other video. But I've been dealing with all of that and kind of trying to get better, so that's also been taking up a lot of my time. But for all that being said, that is my video. I am going to get out of this reading slump. It happens literally every year. I at least have one, if not two, so it was bound to happen. I was on such a like boom, 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 boom. I knew it was gonna come out of the blue and just hit me like a truck. I just didn't know it would be with a Rebecca Yarros book. I'm absolutely shocked, but that's okay. And yeah, I hope you all are having a great day, week, month, whatever. If you guys are starting back school up soon, good luck. You've got this. If you don't have school and you're just working, you also got that. I know work can just be tedious and you're like, oh, I don't want to go, but you got this. And yeah, I just hope everyone's doing okay. I know that it's a rough time for everybody. So you got it, keep going, and August TBR should be up hopefully within a couple. It is a gnat. Get over here. Okay, I'm gonna kill that thing. Anyways, it is a gnat. I was not going crazy. I just want everyone to know, not crazy. What was I saying? I was saying goodbye. I don't know. The August TBR will be up soon, I promise. I just have to figure out how I want to pick it. But yeah, love you guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye.